What's going on, guys? Get123 here with episode 32 of GTA 5 Talk, and today's topic was submitted by, well, it actually wasn't submitted by anybody, but I've been hearing wind of this in different places on forums and things like that, because this is actually a very controversial topic. So what is it, you might ask? Well, it is nudity. Now, before you run off and you say, oh, that's so stupid, we're all mature here, we're not in kindergarten anymore, it's just nudity, blah, blah, blah. Guys, let's be honest here, nudity still is actually controversial. I mean, depending on what you put in the game, that can be the difference between an M rating or an AO rating for adult only. Now, obviously, AO would affect sales and things like that and just make the game more controversial altogether, but we do know that GTA 5 is going to be rated M, so we're not going to focus on the rating too much. Rather, we're going to talk about the nudity that might be in the game and the extent of it. Because let's be honest, Rockstar they're basically notorious for pushing boundaries. You know, with every new Grand Theft Auto that comes out, things get a little bit more risque and just a little bit more, I don't know, touchy, and especially with the media and everything, there's been this sudden, like, influx of, I don't know, just like, with SOPA and everything, censorship and all that stuff. It's really creating such an interesting controversy, as I keep saying. I mean, you've got the people fighting the nudity and the swearing and all that stuff, but then you have people like Rockstar who continue to transcend and push the border, I guess, push it back farther and push the border between what you can and can't do. And I don't know, it's very interesting to me, actually. So when it comes to nudity in previous Grand Theft Autos, there really wasn't a lot of it. Anytime you go in a strip club or something like that, the strippers usually have like tassels or stars or something over their nipples, so it's not a big deal. But in the expansions of Grand Theft Auto 4, I think in The Lost and the Damned or The Ballad of Gay Tony, we did see full frontal male nudity. We saw that guy's penis. So obviously, you know, to me that's not a big deal. To the average person, it's not a big deal. But, you know, I'm sure that some people were offended by it. Not many at all. But I'm guaranteeing you that at least one person out there was offended for it. Now, the question is, do we adjust the game for that one person who's offended? I mean, the amount of people who are being bothered by this are so few, yet we're seeing censorship and things like that just start to take over. So I don't know, like, personally, I'd love if we got to see boobs in Grand Theft Auto 5. Will we actually get to? I don't know. Like, it's getting kind of old for me just seeing stars over everyone's nipples and things like that. I want to see some actual boob action this time, you know? Now that they can actually make them round and nice and not like square and pixelated and sharp, jagged edges, why not take advantage of that? I don't know. But then at the same time, it's almost like nudity is becoming more acceptable. Obviously, it depends on, you know, what you're looking at, whether it's TV or internet or what. But if you ever played the game Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 did have a fair amount of nudity, and there's also a game called Witcher 2, which had even more nudity. So, I don't know, it's almost like the attitudes are changing towards nudity. You know what, personally, I think that if a kid sees their first set of boobs in a video game, it's not completely terrible. You know, if I had a 5-year-old kid, personally, you know, I know they're going to see boobs at some point, right? It's gonna happen, and it's really not a huge deal. Obviously, I'm not going to go showing my 5-year-old, hey, look at this girl's boobs, you know. But if the first pair of boobs that my kid sees is in a video game, then, you know what, I don't know, I think I'm okay with that, just because, you know, it's gonna happen at some point anyway, and I'm not saying that I would let my 5-year-old play Grand Theft Auto, you know, don't think this is me saying I would do that. I guess all I'm trying to say is if the first pair of boobs that my kid saw was some pixel boobs, well, then that's not exactly the worst thing in the world. I don't understand why nudity is just, I don't know, so controversial when it's in an M-rated game and it should be, you know, 17-year-olds and up buying it. I don't know, I say go all out with it. You've already got everything else realistic in the game. Well, if you want to make it really realistic, take the nipple tassels off those strippers and just slap some big old boobies on them. So then as far as the whole nudity thing goes actually being in the game, I think that, you know, obviously we would see it in strip clubs first and foremost, and then maybe on some missions and things like that. It would be pretty hilarious to see Trevor's dick, because he has a crazy meth addict. So guys, as always, tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think nudity will be in the game, and would you like to see nudity in the game? Personally, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be pretty similar to Grand Theft Auto 4, but I don't know, how do you feel about the whole topic? As I said, it's pretty controversial, so that's why I'm making this video. I want to know what you guys think. So as always, thank you for watching, continue submitting your topics for future GTA 5 Talk episodes, and continue thumbing up those comments that you like. The top rated comments will be the topic for future videos. So yeah guys, I will see you next time.